Hi, in this Morigami video, I'm going to teach you another one of my own designs, which is a chair with a heart on the back. This design arose from a design challenge on the Meanie Nail Facebook page, and I've already taught you one or two things I think that I designed for those competitions. The subject of the competition was to do origami with hearts, and I ended up doing a chair. And you can also do different versions, different styles. You can see one of these has a more rounded back, the other's more square. They're all good. I recommend using 10-inch or approximately 25 centimeter square kami, especially for the first time you fold this, although of course in the end you can use any size you want. So without further ado, let's fold. I hope you've enjoyed this Morigami video. I hope you ended up folding some beautiful chairs, and please share those chairs. Share the chair. If it's a photo, hashtag Morigami. If it's a photo or not, also tag me at Morigami Club so I can see your photos and also share them with other people. So from Estudios Urbanos in Monterrey, Nuevo León, Mexico, I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you for being with me. And until next time, keep folding.